Oh yeah, I know this one. I know this one.
Well, guys, back at the parking storage where I park my Volvo. I just finished doing a quick inspection. I'm gonna give it a old startup. It's been sitting for a few days now. Gotta start it up every couple of days to make sure the batteries can recharge. So I'm doing my rounds and checking all my trucks today, or the trucks that are here. It's been starting the same way the last couple of years. Gotta close up the air valves. I was off yesterday. I'm off the next 2 days. Go back Wednesday, off Thanksgiving. I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Making my rounds, checking all the trucks before they go back out. Yeah, so I'm gonna be hanging out in the truck for a little bit. I'm gonna let the truck air up and just charge up the batteries for a little bit before I head out to the parking location where I keep all the trucks. I'm going to be changing things up the way I operate with all these trucks because I'm going to be going on to doing other things possibly for the beginning of January. So I have a gentleman over here. His name is Don, where I keep my truck, or I used to keep most of my trucks, but he's a very mechanical inclined OG. And he helped me fix a couple things on some of the trucks. Has a knowledge of your basic electrical work, and he can do stuff sometimes that I can't even figure out. But he has a lot of years of experience of dealing with that. And he's messed with some of my trucks. He doesn't do the big jobs, but anything small, electrical wiring and stuff, I usually see that guy over there. His name's Don. You see, he messes all small engine repair type of guy. And that type of guy is someone who's an asset because anytime I ask for help, he actually stops what he's doing and comes and help me. So I ended up talking with him on hiring him as a 1099 to check all the trucks. Pretty much what I do is check all the oil fluids, make sure the trucks start up, make sure they got fuel in the fuel filters, make sure there's anything crazy going on that before it goes out, it's going to need to be repaired. So you gotta when you're having multiple trucks, you gotta check on those trucks because the drivers usually just drive the trucks. Because I've already had too many situations where a driver returned the truck and didn't tell you anything, and you went to go see the truck, and that truck can't even go back out because there's a seal that literally broke on the power steering, which I'll show you guys on one of the trucks. Or something happened to the truck where it's just you can't even take it out. The headlights stop working or something like that. And he starts a night shift and he drives the truck at night. And you need your headlights at night. Stuff like that. That guy can repair on the fly, and he'll be able to help me out if any issues happen. So I'm gonna be hiring him as a 1099 mechanic to go check out on all the trucks, literally, and just if there's any small repairs that can be made. That's an additional expense on top of what he just gets paid for the week, which is just go and check the oil, check the coolant levels. Um, I'm trying to find a driver for this truck, 13 speed. So all the trucks right now are filled. If you haven't checked me out on Instagram, go ahead and check me out on Cologne Transport. You're gonna see that we have a new fleet truck. It is a $6,000 cash truck, Peterbilt 387 with a Caterpillar C12. So that's at the shop right now, getting a brake work done, the entire brakes, brake chambers, slack adjusters, brake chambers, slack adjusters, drums, and I think the bushings are going to get replaced on the rear. Give me 1 second. Alright, so Sorry about that, guys. So that was one of the owner operators that had an issue with the schedule. Load got canceled, and then Amazon did not update the schedule for them to take an empty trailer move. So I had to call RLC, and that's the thing when you're coming to run Amazon Relay and you're growing your fleet, um, and you're still driving. You're going to be dealing with all the stuff that happens on the schedule with everyone else. So you're never really going to have time off. You're never going to have sleep because in the middle of the night you're going to be dealing with everybody's problems or everybody's trip issues because you're the main point of contact to deal with the trip issues. So if you're watching my channel, you run Amazon Relay and you have one truck, all the issues that you have on the schedules with your truck, you're gonna have the same exact issues with 5 trucks. So right now I'm waiting for a call back from RLC so they can update the schedule and add that empty trailer move for my driver because they just started their shift and that first pickup ended up being canceled and the schedule needs to be updated from a loaded trailer to an empty trailer move so they can continue all the way to Dallas. So I gotta wait for them to call me back in a few minutes and wait for the updated schedule. So that's what I've been dealing with all month. Is I'm dealing with my truck, the schedules, the owner operator, 5 different schedules right now I'm dealing with, and then as officially of last night, we have one more owner operator that we're adding to the team. You may not see him on the channel. I keep that all private. And you just have to pay attention to the names of the trucks when you run into the Amazon facilities. But he's out of San Antonio. I ran into him at the tire shop, gave him my information. Next thing you know, he wanted to move forward based on the information that I gave him and all the numbers that I gave him based off these Amazon contracts and what I paid my current owner operator. So we have another owner operator that's coming on board in about a week and a half. So all of next week, I'm going to be busy trying to get the plates for this guy, make sure all his contracts are booked for the next couple months, so that way he can run Amazon. And the good thing about this gentleman is he's run Amazon Relay before under another carrier, so he does have the experience of running Amazon Relay and wants to go back to doing Amazon Relay. And based off the numbers that he gave me off his last settlement, he's going to be better off being part of our team, and he's going to fit right in. So just busy trying to grow. I'm going to take you guys to see some of the other trucks. Also, I don't think I even shared with you guys that the 2017 Volvo, we took off the APU that originally came with the truck, and we added one of those Amazon APUs, and that's been working wonderfully. Also, the Ford LTO 9000, it's got a rooftop AC now. Here we go. We got Amazon RLC calling me. So we're going to go ahead and try to fix this issue here.
Are recorded to improve our products and services. Visit Amazon.relay to learn about our privacy commitments. A short survey follows this call. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Eric with Amazon RLC. You required a callback on the URI that ends in.
Yes, I'm
Yankee
I'm calling because the load ID Juliet Yankee Quebec, that load has gotten canceled, and my driver is at SAT1 waiting for a schedule update for an empty trailer. So they're waiting outside the facility for an update on the schedule.
Alright, we'll wait 3 minutes, maybe 5. I will place you on hold and look into the availability of freight at this facility.
Alright, thank you.
I want to thank you for your continued service.
Alright guys, so they put me on hold. He's going to try to adjust the schedule. Now, during the daytime is usually the Americans, and during the evening time is usually the overseas personnel that you're going to speak to. So just got to wait here a few minutes, wait for the schedule update. But you see how I'm explaining to you, you got to be very available to be dealing with this. Here I'm checking out my truck, getting it ready for the next shift, and I'm dealing with the schedule, for all these trucks at the same time. That's all going to change in the future, but this is just the gist of running a fleet with Amazon. You can also hire a dispatcher and place them under your Amazon account to hire them, but I'm still way in the beginning to where I can manage it, and we'll see what happens. Alright guys, so that issue with the driver just got resolved. They ended up changing the schedule for my driver to check in with a bobtail and then check in Dallas and Wilmer, Texas, bobtailing in. So they're going to be traveling 255 miles bobtail, all fuel surcharge miles. So that's one of the good things about Amazon is when they cancel those loads or there's no empty trailers, they still have to pay you the fuel surcharge to get from point A to B. So that driver is on the way to the next location and go according to the schedule. So that's the type of stuff you're dealing with throughout the day when you're running a fleet with Amazon. And right now, 100%, I am running Amazon Relay. It's the easiest thing to maintain and run a fleet for me and my family and what we got going on here. This is the only truck I have parked here at this storage. I relocated all my trucks to Riggy's parking. If you need parking in San Antonio, go ahead and check out Riggy's parking in the San Antonio area. That's where I keep a bunch of my trucks, and you tell them that I referred you there. This truck may possibly be getting parked over there if I find a driver for this truck. I chose that parking spot based on what the facility is offering for the price in the amenities, and it has easy access to get inside the location, and it's near the Amazon facilities. So yeah, just gonna wait a few more minutes for the batteries to charge up. Then I'm gonna get out here and check on the other two trucks before they go out. And what else? One, two, three. Yeah, the Ford LTL 9000 is in Dallas right now. I checked that truck out last night. Which I don't know if I said it. That truck now has a rooftop AC. I still need to do a video on it. And the driver's very comfortable in that truck now. But yeah, guys, it's just I'm really just trying to get ready because I'm trying to grow and take this company to the next level. In order for me to do that, there's a bunch more sacrifices that I'm gonna have to make. My family's gonna have to make in order to take this to the next level for next year. I'm just trying to be ready for the new year, first quarter, and hopefully you guys will see the journey. I mean, you've already seen it from one truck. Now we're at 5 trucks with the fleet. We have one more owner-operator coming on board. We have a Peterbilt 387 that's at the shop right now that we're still going to have to get a driver for. Possibly the mid-December, beginning of January, possibly is at the shop. I still need to do a test run on that truck to make sure that we can put a driver in that truck.
Vea. Dime, ¿te recuerdas? Wow. Recuerdos míos de esa noche, cuando yo te tuve aquí, solo pa' mí. A ver, recuerda cuando te escapabas y tu novio a ti te llamaba y tú me lo mamabas y te lo tuve que repetir, solo pa' mí. Yo te comí, bebita chiquita bonita. Ella siempre me llamaba porque la dejaban con las ganas y yo siempre la hice que llegara como 5 veces a la semana. Tú supiste que tenía novio, pero me pisaba con el hoyo. A mí me decía que a mí me quería, pero yo no quise más de ti. Y ahí fue cuando yo tomé la salida y también me fui. Ya no quise más de ti. Recuerdos míos de esa noche, cuando yo te tuve aquí, solo pa' mí. Recuerda cuando te escapabas y tu novio a ti te llamaba y tú me lo mamabas y te lo tuve que.
Alright guys, so first initially when I come up to the trucks, I take a walk around, check out the body panels, see everything that we're doing, working with. I think I said in the last video, headlights were messed up, got the new headlights installed. When we got the truck, it didn't have any panels, so got these panels from McAllen, $200 a piece on each side. This one was for the 07 to 09 model, so we had to cut it out here for the fluid tank and do a little trimming down here just for this to fit on. And then had to do some repair work because obviously we had some cracks on the panels. And then this side kept popping out, so I fixed that. And everything is nice and secure over here. Alright, I just do my walk around. You can see we removed. He left the APU on. You see that? He left the APU on in this truck. So I gotta go in there and shut it off. Or he might wake up to dead batteries. I mean, I'm confused on why you would leave the APU on if you're not in the truck. Alright, so this is the inside of the truck. I had to turn off the APU, or the driver's gonna come to the truck with a dead truck. I don't know how long that's been on. He got back. Yeah, I don't know what time he got back. But I don't even know if he was driving with that on, because I'm sure that can get damaged. If you're driving with it on, I'm not sure. I never. If you have APU experience and it could get damaged while driving, let me know. But the mechanics installed it right here. I would have preferred up here, but that was the first time installing one of the battery APU systems. But like I said, I would have preferred it up there because it would have been on double bags, which these got to get replaced. But it has 4 batteries over there, so its APU system is hooked up to the batteries over there. Batteries charge up with the lines up front. I'm gonna pop the hood real quick. So I always check everything, check all the fluids. I know this might have to get replaced, this little filter piece here, because this was coming up as a code is disconnected on the EOD device. Alright, coolet's looking good. Probably gonna top this off right now. Alright, but that's the update on the 2017 Volvo. I'm gonna take you guys over there to the other truck. Alright, so the 2005 Volvo, I found a driver for about a week now, and the very first day I gave the truck to him. The steering wheel ended up being messed up. The horn ended up being stuck, and I had to do a roll call to cut the air horn. This ended up breaking on the first day, this signal light switch. So I have new horns put on, universal ones put on. The very first day I gave him the truck, the seal broke here and it was spitting out, and he made it back. And then we had this entire thing full of fluid. And we're coming up on after the first week now, and I'm still noticing wet dripping right here. And I checked, and it looks like we have a leaking radiator. So I got a leaking radiator now, and that confirmed it, because the first day it was all fluid all over the place. A lot of it was power steering, but it confirmed that we still have some other issues with the truck, and it looks like we're gonna have to get a new radiator put on. And this is all within the first week of putting a new driver in it. Again, I didn't have any issues driving this truck until I put a driver in it. The driver had a hard time parking when I was with him during training. and he was stalling the truck and stuff like that. But I felt that the way he was going to learn and get better was to get on the road by himself and do his money back in maneuvers at the Amazon facilities as he can to get better. But that may have hurt the steering wheel. However, forcing the steering wheel, however needed, that it wasn't supposed to. Ended up breaking whatever was wrong with the steering wheel. But I'm gonna have to. So we have dripping. We definitely have dripping going on. I'm gonna have to schedule for this truck to go into the shop. We're gonna run the truck still and just put coolant in the truck. Yeah, that's it. We're just gonna have to do it like that. But that's the risk you take coming out here with a truck. All the stuff happens while you're driving the truck. And you put new drivers in the trucks and they drive it whatever way, and it's not their truck. So more money has to get put into this truck. And I started up the Freightliner right now. Yeah, guys, so this is why I check on these trucks, because, drivers don't really look for stuff like this. But the truck's been back for a few hours. I'm actually going to come back later tonight and recheck the coolant levels, because if I only lost like a cup, we may just YOLO and have him run the truck until he comes back, because we're coming up on the holidays. Talk to the mechanic shop. If I drop it off there right now, they'll be able to get it done tomorrow. They just have to call and see if they can get a radiator, a used one. That's like about $700. We're gonna have to drain the entire coolant system. We're looking at maybe $1,500 just to get the radiator repaired. And this truck has only been on the road 1 full week. It's costing me a lot of money already, just based off just giving the keys over to another driver. It's kind of stressful, because you don't, that Amazon account, you want to keep that performance score up. But stuff like this, you can't really prepare for. You just got to figure out what you're gonna do, right? Because it's the first week of a driver having a job. If you already showing that the truck has to go into the repair shop, you could potentially lose a driver. So it is possible I could potentially lose a driver over the repair work and the performance score and all that stuff. We'll have to play it by ear and see what happens. But I know, if he takes that truck, that crack could possibly get worse, and he could be stranded in Dallas with a actual broken radiator. Or we could take the chance, still make the money, and make the money to do the repair. But yeah, guys, that's the issues with trying to run a fleet. You're always going to run into issues. Nothing ever goes as planned. You just have to come up with a game plan and execute. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check me out on Instagram at Cologne Transport. If you haven't already, go ahead and download the Mudflap app. Use the code that I'm going to provide at the bottom. You can start your fuel savings. But yeah, you got to have the stomach, and you got to be ready to deal with a lot of issues when you're becoming an owner-operator and a fleet owner. Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm back. So where we left off was had issues with the radiator. Right after that last clip, I ended up going to the junkyard and ended up getting a used radiator. And I picked that up immediately at the junkyard. Let me see where my paperwork is at. Let's see. The fuck is my paperwork? Alright guys, so what I paid, oh no, this is not it at all. What is it at? I don't know what I did with my receipt, I literally just had it. Anyways, the radiator was $485 total after taxes. Alright, this came off a 06 Volvo. Alright, right after my amigo shop, they were actually closing down for the day. So when it comes to mechanic work, you always need to have a backup plan for mechanic work depending on the time of day, right? Because maybe your main mechanics, they close shop at 5 p.m. and you need something done by sunrise. So I already have another set of mechanics who work through the night, but they're not diesel mechanics. They're just guys who tinker and know how to fix stuff. So, and that's the guys where I park my original Volvo, the main Volvo. One of the guys I'm going to be hiring as a contractor to check up on one of my trucks. Well, I went over there immediately and I told him, hey, can you guys get a radiator done by sunrise? And they got it done, $500. And I brought extra coolant, and they reused a bunch of the coolant, so I still have 3 boxes of coolant there. So they installed it, but remember, I always have to recheck the work because it was in the middle of the night, and the reservoir is missing like 2 bolts. Now I'm gonna have to find bolts for. They're not perfect, but they got the job done. And the driver, they actually drove the truck over here, and I gave him a ride back to the garage. And I met him over here around 4 a.m. So I dropped the truck off around 7 p.m. yesterday, and they called me at 3 a.m. telling me the truck was ready, and I met them down here, and I checked over everything. Everything is fine. This truck is going to Oklahoma today, so it's ready for the driver. The driver should be here within the hour to pick up the truck and get ready to get out of here. And I was double checking the coolant levels. Everything is all fine. There's no more leaks on this truck, so that's good. So everything's topped off here. They also put a valve here on my heater line to close that off in case I want to use the AC. And the next job they're going to be doing is probably the hood in about a week and a half. Alright, so one thing that I noticed about the driver for this truck is I've had him for about a week and a half now. He doesn't leave anything in this truck, so I think he left some shoes, but doesn't leave anything in this truck. So when that right there was already a sign that, he's still filling us out, still filling out the Amazon account out, still trying to see how I am as a carrier. Am I going to pay on time? They're just not really all there comfortable yet, and that's completely fine, right? Because you're going to go through that with multiple people. You may go through multiple drivers. So he's definitely still trying to fill me out because I think this week is when I give him his first paycheck. So he's still trying to fill us out, just not fully comfortable yet. The other driver with the 2017 Volvo, he's already gone. He left late last night, and he's already all situated and moved into that truck. Now I have to get out of here. I'm actually going to start up one last time, look over everything, and then go ahead and try to finish the onboarding with this new owner-operator coming on board. I have to make some phone calls to the insurance company, and then give him back the phone, call him back, and go over some final numbers with him, and try to book a contract with him for December the 8th is when he can possibly be starting on Amazon Relay. So that's the update on this truck. Is it got a midnight repair. It was done by sunrise, and the truck is back here and is ready to go out. I needed it for it to be that way because I did not want to cancel a contract shift, and I also didn't want to cancel the driver's day of work because they're expecting for me to provide them work, and if it's early on and I'm canceling shifts because there's issues with the truck, that's going to show that I am not a reliable carrier, and they may be looking for work elsewhere. And I want to keep these drivers because they're already learning the Amazon account, and it's a learning process. It's a learning curve when you're bringing on new drivers trying to learn the Amazon account. But I'm gonna get out of here. I just want to give you an update on that the radiator is now fixed. And it was about, within the time period that last clip finished, I was able to get done for the next morning. Alright guys, so I found my receipt. It was somewhere tucked in my pocket really good because I couldn't find it the first time. But it's a receipt, $487 for the radiator, and they gave me a warranty on it. I spent $200 on coolant, but I have 9 gallons of coolant there. They reused the remainder of the coolant that the truck had, and a lot of it came out the radiator. So whatever gallons they took was just to refill everything and top it off. So $487 for the radiator, $500 for the job. So we're looking at $987 plus coolant. I spent $200 in coolant, but they didn't use $200 in coolant. So we're looking at, let's just say 4 gallons of coolant. So that's another $40. But if you want to just add it up to with just the 200, 4, 5, 8, 987 plus $200. Yeah, $987 plus $200. That was for the total radiator job, which is still a good deal because it was able to get done by sunrise. The driver should be here within the next, 25 minutes to come get the truck and get ready to start his shift. But yeah,